Last we left off, you all fended off the assault at the Horn Gate, but not without Cormyrian casualties. You also had a momentary lapse of reality as time seemed to shift backwards when you were standing at the fountain, before jumping back to the present mid-combat. Afterwards, a few of you talked to Wuxeros in the tavern turned field hospital, who spoke cryptically about a beetle diving headfirst into the jaws of a snake, only to emerge victorious moments later, implying that he felt that he could be more use on the front lines near the tree. Sammy stayed behind to leave some supplies to help Wuxeros tend to the wounded, and Arsis got rid of her purple dragon ring out of resentment towards the treatment of her parents. Parentheses, but really because she couldn't attune to it anymore. After parting the Horn Gate, you all ventured towards Teneth's, where you scaled the balcony and broke in due to the front door being locked. The place, seemingly abandoned, turned out to be still inhabited by Amara Hartson, who fled from the other side of the door before being calmed by Herc. We pick up mid-warm embrace, and Herc's mother clutching her silk robe, finally greeting the rest of you. What are you all doing out and about? The city's on lockdown. What are you doing here?
That's right. So I came home.
No. But you were gone. You were out.
I'm back. We're back. It was a crazy trip. I saw a dragon. We fought a Farum.
When you say that, I look over at Ardu.
Who is also on the balcony, probably. Can you give me his breakdown for his size again? Sorry, Herc, I'll get back to you in just a second.
Just a medium creature.
Just a medium
about
creature.
The size of a horse. Has wings now, can fly.
About the size of a horse. Okay. I feel okay. Yeah, who kind of has to struggle to get down into the room. Probably not able to go too deep into Teneth's, but still able to fit inside of this large, sweet area. Sorry, Herc, you were saying?
Killed a big dragon, brought a small dragon back with us.
Is this the dragon's baby?
No, ma'am. This is my friend Ardu. He's been with us the whole time.
Remember that dog? Or did we turn him invisible?
I think we ruled that, like, there was a disguise kit used.
Yeah.
To make him look...
Yeah, he, like, had a little cloak or something.
Yeah, like a weird little
like
dog. Yeah, I do think that was what happened. Yeah. She's like,
but I think he was also invisible when we were in your mom's outfit. Your mom's establishment. We did make him invisible to sneak him in.
Okay. She just kind of walks forward just a little bit. That is... I just didn't think we'd ever be at a point to where we could have such things in the city like this. This is incredible, but also frightening.
Oh, he's not frightening, ma'am. If you'd like, you could pet him.
Do you want to touch the dragon, Mother?
He's quite tame.
I haven't been chasing the dragon in years. I'll hold off for now.
Phrasing. Drugs. I can't believe it took me this long to leave the city and really see the world. Although, if I had left any earlier, I probably would have died. These companions of mine, luckily, are incredibly capable, good people, helped out quite a bit. But, Mother, I'm at Ganrahast, I'm doing the Queen's bidding. I can't believe how much has happened since I embraced my destiny?
You were always destined for great things. That's been apparent since you were little.
Really?
Of course. Of course. And I'm not just saying that because I'm your mother. And she looks at the rest of you and gives a little wink.
I guess, but yeah, it's been a... We just got back from a fight. My adrenaline's still pumping. And I thought something might have happened to you because the whole place was blocked off. No Persephone at the door. What's going on? Where is everyone?
Everyone's been sent home to be with their family. Or kept inside. There's a lot of the other taverns have been turned into makeshift holding for residents that were, or I guess not residents, but people that were inside of the city when the lockdown happened that happened to live outside the city. We've got a lot of refugees, but Teneth wasn't selected to be one that would hold. We weren't considered fortified enough or deep enough into the city. But I didn't want to leave. All my things are here.
Makes sense. It's a nice place. Where would you go?
I don't know.
Have you heard anything from Marsember? Anything? Is the place hit there as well, or?
I would imagine that Marzember is still very much on the map. It's big enough that it's not going to be wiped out in an instant. Why? Are you asking if I've had news from your father?
I don't expect that, but
he does.
But I mean, if you've heard anything about places that are affected, obviously I'm worried about you, worried about the old man as well.
It's hard to say.
I mean, if you haven't heard anything, you haven't heard anything. It's all right.
Sorry, I haven't. I feel awful, and she kind of clutches her robe tightly. You don't have to just stand here in the suite. Would you like to come downstairs and I can cook you some food or open up the baths for you or something?
I can cook. I can cook. We came here, we broke in, not so fortified, sure. More fortified now that the Queen's Secret Service is here taking care of things. You can be assured of that. Now we're just here to take it easy, I guess. Somewhat near the gate where we just were attacked. I was pretty useless in that fight, gotta say. Yeah, we can make some food.
Why don't you go downstairs and get something cooking then? And I'll set up everybody else for relaxation.
Mother, I made... You would have been so proud. I made a fish sandwich that... It was divine. I felt Lathander Suni smiling down upon me. There's so much to tell you. I'll get down there and see what's available.
Use
Sammy
anything you can find. Go ahead,
and heading towards the... Sammy begins backing up and is like standing around awkwardly, waiting for her to like introduce us again.
Oh, you remember everyone? You got Riker. His code name is actually very important. He's a mortician's assistant. Arsis Brightwind, daughter of the heroes, Ray Karana and Austin, and Sammy Leitner. And Sammy could really use some of our services, I think, here today, if that's possible. And of course, the lovely Rin Stone, bookkeeper and bard extraordinaire. And the dragon, Ardu.
Ardu. It's a pleasure to meet you all again. The entire establishment, nothing's off limits. We'll just write it off tax or insurance purposes if anything
We
gets
probably
used or...
pay. Mother, we found... I made bank while we were out. I made well, we spent a lot of it recently on magical weapons and the like, and precious artifacts, but we're rolling in it. Don't worry.
You act as if we're poor.
If I feel like we were now with how much money we have. It's crazy. Right, Rin? We've got more than from what we spent.
I believe we still have some left over, yes.
Some?
I haven't counted everything out.
All right.
I think that would be a mission for our bookkeeper.
Yeah,
As
we.
you
Yeah,
introduced her.
we're
To be
gonna
fair,
put a
I
pause
still
on
don't know
that
how
for
much
right
everybody
now.
spent.
Look, we spent a lot of money, but
I either spent
it's
all of it or all but 500 of it. It's
all
I think it's one of,
assets. Really, at this point.
of my total amount. So
We have at least 10,000 lions, not including various items and gems. So if anything happens, we are happy to pay.
Why would I take your gold when the crown's gold is just as good, if not better? Not saying yours is less, but why would I take from you?
Consider it a generous donation to perhaps help with future fortifications.
If you
Of the
want to make a
place.
donation, you... Okay, you go right ahead. I won't stop you. But anyways, let me do my hair. I'm all frazzled, and the rest of you Herc, just, you know what to do. Show them around, make sure they're comfortable, and we can ride out the storm. You all gonna be here for a while then?
Probably no more than a night. We wouldn't want to intrude.
Oh, it's
well,
not that.
I
It's
believe
that
we've got places to be. Unfortunately, we got kind of an important mission to do outside of town.
super important.
Hold on a
Like
second.
the most important thing I've ever done.
Beside the fish sandwich.
Yeah, high bar there.
Oh, we'll just head back downstairs and wait for you to come
What's
back.
everyone
and-
feeling? It's like lunchtime, right? Brunch?
Say brunch, maybe? Brunch?
It's
Supper?
more of a brunch type of deal, if even closer to breakfast. You got to think that when you guys woke up, it was still dark. I don't even think the sun had crested over the castle walls until after you left the Jeez Louise, the Thousand Heads trading coster. So yeah, it's still very early. Yeah, so do with that what you will. Okay.
So, eggs, toast, some fruit.
Egg sando, perhaps?
Egg sando. I can do an egg sando. Cheese. Porridge.
Anything would be fine.
Okay.
I'm
What
not
is
too
the
picky.
equivalent to a mimosa here? Got to complete the brunch experience.
Yeah,
You
they,
want-
I mean, they would
you want
definitely
alcohol?
have.
Yeah.
Sammy?
Yes.
Oh.
At this point, yeah.
Sunday fun day.
At this point, it's only yeah. All right. Anyone else? Getting the drink on this early?
I'll take an orange juice if you have any.
I'll take what Sammy's having.
Yeah, I never say no to a drink.
Okay.
Oh.
As you all settle down in the main lounge area, looking around at all the now unoccupied massive pillows, Ottoman-style chairs, chase lounges, just fully decorating the entire room. You're no longer confined to the booths that you were in previously when you came. You find a little circle of just pillows and a small end table to place your drinks. It's very comfortable, very inviting, and immediately okay, Rip. Hopefully the last chunk of the recording saved. We will pick up where we left off, and if not, it's okay, because we're the only ones that watch it anyways. Okay, you were all, minus Herc and Amara, lounging in the main entertainment room. Plenty of space and plenty of cozy to go around. Herc was preparing egg sandos, mimosas, and a cup of orange juice for anyone that wasn't feeling the alcohol. Is there anything any of you do while you wait?
Just plop down because we just got out of a big fight.
Yeah.
How's everybody
Yeah, I think
looking? Is
it's-
everybody pretty topped off?
Oh yeah,
I think we
I'm
all
good to
did a
go.
short rest, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely will want short rest.
Okay. Well, if you haven't taken a short rest yet, you're definitely more than welcome to now.
Well, that's good.
After a short while, Amara comes back down and greets you all. Still in a robe, but her hair is done. Looking a little more presentable. Just finds a spot somewhere in the room and relaxes and just kind of gazes out over you. And what was your favorite part of your journey so far?
Favorite?
I mean the Lost City was kind of cool.
It was beautiful.
I liked meeting the troll shaman.
Oh, Vakudu. Yeah, I like that too.
You gotta be careful of trolls.
This one was super helpful and nice.
Yeah, he gave us giant scorpions.
Really? That's very interesting. I like that.
Am
And
I in
you-
earshot of this or no?
Yeah, I'm sure the door to the kitchen is probably open, and you can kind of hear some of the conversation lingering through.
The troll was a wizard. He wrecked an evil genie that was out to get us, tried to trick us.
Did you at least
And he
get
had
your
some
wishes?
good liquor.
Is that how you got all of your gold?
We didn't get any wishes from him. He let us ask 3 questions and gave the worst answers.
I wasn't having any of it, Mother. I said we need to watch out for this character.
That's why you can't trust genies.
After our experiences, I definitely would put trolls above genies in terms of trust.
After a few more moments, Herc comes out. Plate full of food and drinks. And you all are able to enjoy them. You've got the whole day ahead of you. What are your plans?
Damn, I
I
didn't
think we're
this far
just
ahead.
trying to gather our strength. We've had one night of rest. Somewhat. If you can call it that. But we were on the road for a long time, and we had terrible sleep schedules. So we have to keep watch. You don't know if bandits or orcs or goblins are going to come upon you in the night. And
Cultists and creatures.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I don't miss those days.
Were you an adventurer, Mara?
Me? Gods no. I guess I'm definitely an adventurous person and found myself in some precarious situations from time to time. And I did a bit of travel, but it was always in a group of people. Enough to where I wasn't going to have to watch.
Yeah. There's safety in numbers, that's to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is easier to be noticed.
So then what brought you here then?
Business. And Herc's father. We were here. We were here when we had Herc.
Yeah.
What a beautiful place to be raised.
It's
Yeah.
okay. We didn't always live on the north end of the city. Spent a lot of time on the southern side, closer
Oh,
to
you
the
didn't
docks.
mean Teneth, you just meant Suzail.
Yes, we didn't start out this wealthy. In fact, I would say that luck might have even pushed us in this way. Maybe even had a little bit of influence in Herc's faith.
Timora was smiling on you then?
Me, at least. Now, not so much his idiot father, but
I don't think you can. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about luck, he hasn't exactly had the best of it.
no, I mean,
Well,
one would say you would have to have a small amount of luck to make it out of, you know.
Is he
I guess.
in
but-
Suzail?
No, he's in
Mars
Ember.
Ember, which is why I asked about Mars Ember to see if anything's been going on over there. He's not the same since he survived the night. I've forgotten what it's called. I should have looked it up. It's the night of the king chasing or something.
Yeah,
chasing the king.
Chasing of the king.
Yeah.
I'm going to message Rin. Am I allowed to ask more? I feel like I shouldn't.
Ask more.
Don't you still talk when you?
I like it's
You
like a soft
whisper.
whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rin kind of nods at you, like, "Go on, do it. Go for it."
So, what exactly happened to him?
My dad's one of the few people who's ever survived the chasing of the king celebration.
Out of character,
As-
Jim, can you provide me a little context for that, please?
Yeah, as people from Suzail, but also not just
but also
our
not from
characters.
Suzail.
Yeah, those of you that are, I mean, realistically, I think it's possible that everyone would have heard. It wouldn't be a high history roll if you felt like you didn't to have heard at least some information about it. The chasing of the king is named Jeez Louise, I'm trying to remember. It was
It's
it was
it's
a
holiday.
it was go ahead.
It's a holiday where a criminal is chosen and kind of given a chance to redeem themselves in a way. But it's after this. It was started after this crazy king.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was like a bandit king or a mad king or
Kind of a mad king.
yeah, 100+ years ago, king went mad, doing all sorts of crazy shit around the city, and eventually was slain. But they created a tradition out of it that sometimes a prisoner that might have been sentenced to death would instead allow them to chance their fate. They would equip them with wooden sword and armor and set them.
Is a dull sword.
Yeah, dull sword. And set them loose in the city. And if they survived the night, then they were free people.
I hate
Kind of like a
all
purge
of that.
event.
Yeah. Yeah. So there were some people
Fuck, man, that's
who
hardcore.
I'm glad they didn't do anything like that in Monroe. That sounds barbaric.
they would there were definitely some people who would take the opportunity to try to help. There were definitely people who would take the opportunity to try to hunt them down, and a lot of people who were fearful of a criminal that could potentially harm them and just kept their distance, not really abiding by the tradition at all. Just one of those things that crazy people did. Anyways,
Yeah.
where were we?
Wow. Your father participated in that? I remember hearing about some prisoners going and never
The
making it
survival rate was really low.
Yeah, nobody really survives that. But he did.
back. Wow.
He's kind of a big deal. But
Yeah.
you know, even though he survived, I wouldn't say that he's never really gotten over that.
Well, I
So
mean, to be
I-
accused of a crime.
Which he didn't do. But yeah, he I spent some time with him after that. Best to get out. Not everybody felt like it was fair, and we thought it best if I come back later. So I spent some time in Marsemba before coming back.
Well, I'm glad he made it out of that alive.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. Taught me a lot.
With you, I get that.
Yeah. I hope he's all right, because he doesn't really take care of himself these days.
He's finding work and keeping himself out of trouble.
Well, how would you know that? So you do keep in touch with him?
Of course. How could I not? But I haven't heard from him lately.
Well, yeah. So I'm a little worried.
I mean, it's probably because the mail stopped with the whole infection.
Oh.
Last I heard, he had made his way into a supervisor role down at the docks.
Really? Maybe I could see it. He could be a hard ass, for sure.
Yeah, he's checking to see if anybody's smuggling things in to Mars Ember, making sure nothing sinister gets out or in.
Well, if I don't suppose where we're going will pass through there. Or we're probably going to use magic to get to where we need to go.
I would assume.
It's just so much faster. Magic.
But we could always go when this is all over. Or, I mean, if you don't want to bring us, you can go on your own.
I mean, Marsemba is kind of a shithole, but sometimes a
I didn't
shithole
say
can
it's
be...
a shithole.
It's kind of a shithole.
It's a little dirty, but
It's very dirty. It's a crazy
I'm
place. But
considering where we've been up until now, I think it would be fine.
well, yeah, we've fought monsters and things like that, but I don't know. People can be trickier. And
Are you
sometimes
saying
can
that
get
we'll have
caught
to
off
fight
your guard.
people in your dad's city?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
It's
if we
not
have the time, we can probably make the trip down there. Oh.
Or if you would prefer us to not join you, that's fine as well.
I don't know. I'll just probably use your bowl to check in on him and make sure he's all right.
Fair enough.
We could do that right now.
Oh.
I'll do it tonight, maybe.
Well, it's there if you want to use it.
We're talking a lot. You guys should be eating your food, I think.
I mean, it's fantastic. Rin takes a massive bite.
Be more like Rin, everyone.
Before Sammy actually enjoys, he's just going to do a quick little twist of the ring and just make sure that everything's on the up and up over here.
Good call.
Mara's a fungus lady.
Oh, don't
Oh,
speak that
shit.
existence.
Oh, fuck, come on.
No, as you twist the ring and look for any poisons or disease, everything seems on the up and up.
Okay. And Sammy would probably start sipping on the drink and having him a Sammy, and Sammy having a Sammy.
Nice.
Yeah. And maybe just now relaxing a little bit more.
I turn to Herc's mother and I say, so has Herc always been religious?
Well,
Yeah, as much as one can be, probably. I think it was important to both of you that I fit in as much as possible.
You know, sometimes children latch on to the funniest thing. You know, Herc went through this phase where everything that he did was a coin toss. He said he was leaving his fate up to Lady Luck. He would walk around and would be like, "Are you going to brush your teeth tonight, Herc?" And he would flip a coin. We had to let him go. Those were some stinky times for sure, but he grew out of that phase.
And I kind of lost it in Marsemba for a bit. I was a bit of a bad boy, I guess you could say.
Marzember
Those were
does
some
bring
crazy
out
times.
the worst in people. When you're
Especially
surrounded.
when you're not washing behind your ears there, Herc.
Huh?
Said especially since you're not washing behind your ears. If you're just going to leave that up to a coin toss.
I mean, that was just cheeky, pushing against in the most immature way, things that you're being taught. I didn't really understand the meaning of luck and fortune and appreciating that in life. But yeah, Marsemba rolling with Benjamin and the gang, it's a lot of characters, I'll tell you that. It was good that I got out when I did. They're all doing too. Right, you, Rin, you said you got up to some trouble here in Suzail. When you
I did.
Well, we don't have to talk about the main thing, but before that...
I used to pick pockets and sell.
She used to pick pockets, Mother. Isn't that crazy?
As a child, we didn't have a lot, and I was usually on my own, so wherever I could find money, I would.
And now she's our bookkeeper.
I guess I still am finding money. I just take better care of it now.
I'm trying to
And
think
I
of
also
something
think
witty.
the kids used to make fun of you, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, I was one of the only half elves in the village.
Well, that's not fair to make fun of somebody for. Where did you just grow up in one of them little country bumpkin?
Monroe, yep.
Makes
Yep.
sense.
Yep. You would have done much better in Marsemba. You probably would have been pretty popular.
I don't know, the way you sound, I don't know if I want to be popular in Morinber.
Marsemba.
Marsember isn't all that bad.
You
We
spent
have a
some time
thriving
there.
music scene. Yes.
Yeah, it's a shithole, but I'm not saying it can't be fun. I had a lot of really good times there.
Trouble did you get into with Benjamin?
Ooh.
We only have a session for this one.
One story.
We can just dumb teen stuff, all right? Like some stealing, fights, just a lot of like self-important, like thinking we're a bigger deal than we were.
You know, you think he would have learned after what happened with his father. But
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was like, well, I guess we're criminals now. So, even if you survive,
We're not criminals.
I know,
think
I know.
at the time.
Yeah. I mean, he might have survived the night, but his reputation didn't.
that's true. People don't forget that
Had to
sort
go
of
to
thing.
Go to a whole new place. try to make connections, but everybody's kind of messed up in Marsemba, you know? Not everybody, but if you're coming with that kind of baggage and you're a half-orc, there's only so many people you can associate with, so...
Am I crashing again? Oh,
I don't
know. No, you're good.
fuck me.
Stopped.
The music stopped. I thought I was crashing again, and I was about ready to crash out.
Punch your
Sorry, John.
ISP, man. Right in the throat.
Meow. Okay, well, I'll kick the music button and rejoin it. But okay, carry on. Sorry. No, you guys do your little roleplay thing. Keep going. Don't
Yeah, well-
make this about me.
Marsemba's certainly toughened me up, though. And coming here, and then finding out I could get paid to fight people? Man.
I would say at this point, the soothing stories of Herc have kind of put Archis to sleep. She's just kind of fallen asleep on the soft cushion, taking a bit of a nap.
Eepy girl.
Yeah, it's been a lot the last couple days.
Man.
What about
She's
the other
fallen
two?
asleep.
You getting up
Yeah,
to any
Riker,
trouble?
what kind of trouble did you get into?
None.
There were a
I can
couple
tell you
times
right-
I
Okay.
missed my study session when I tried to apply to
Yeah.
wizard school.
You're such a good egg.
Thanks.
Do you there? Sammy? What did you get up to?
Oh,
You strike me as the type that never really stopped getting up to things.
Where do I begin? There's a whole long list going down to the floor.
I mean,
And as everybody kind of starts to chuckle and have their piece, she's like, I can spot him from a mile away.
I mean, not to kill the mood, but I did kind of murder my father.
Ooh, that is very poetic.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Did he deserve it at least?
Kind of.
in my eyes, yes. I mean, we all do what we have to survive. And some of those things have consequences.
You know, I killed a man once. It was early in my career. Should I go on? The suspense?
The
If you want
suspense.
to, I guess we're already at that point.
Riker just
listening.
slowly sipping orange juice.
I came out doing
Archie
my
snores a
favorite
little.
number. I'd practice it. And there was an elderly man in the front row. As soon as I disrobed, he keeled over. Looks that kill. Okay, maybe I didn't, but it's a story that I like to tell sometimes, Herc. Get
Amara,
over
I
it.
love it. You have to keep telling it like that.
Yeah, only when I think nothing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to lighten the mood. I
No.
didn't want to take
I
a...
mean, it's probably for the best. I mean, this. I just want this whole nightmare to end and maybe try to turn things around.
Sounds like you need some lady luck in your life. You must have pissed her off somehow.
There's no need to waste luck on me anymore. So,
I don't know. Maybe Herc can help you out with that.
Sammy picked up a weird condition, not the fungus, but something else, and some magic shit. And sorry, Sammy, but he don't got long. So we're a bit dour over that.
they're just things that I would like to see done before I have to face that reality.
But what would you like to do? Sometimes I've heard the best way to start is by getting it out there. Tell someone about it. You manifest it that way. By telling somebody else, then you have to do it. Otherwise, you'd be a liar.
Well, we're kind of on the path for one of those things. So, just gotta see it through.
All right, then. You keep
Yeah,
your
there's
secrets.
there's a lot of... No, there's no secrets. I mean,
I think in the meantime, you should enjoy the things you can about being here.
once we deal with Quintus, then I can probably try to relax a little bit more.
You don't think you can before then? I mean, you're in a certain temple that's devoted to sensory pleasures. Sensory pleasures that might
Riker's just like sitting yourself.
mind off things and...
Well,
Beauty can
if you're
be
insisting
quite
on it, as
healing.
long as it's not taking too much time, because that is not something we exactly have an abundance
how much
of.
time do you need? I mean, it's like 11 o'clock. The bells haven't even struck noon yet. If you're really raring to go, maybe we can send for someone. Is there anybody else left here at the temple?
It's just
Or
me.
Stephanie, or...
Everyone else went home.
Now I kind of look at Herc and then his mom, and I'm like, you know what, this is not the time for that right now. This is not the time. And I began nibbling on the sandwich a little bit. Is there somebody else that you want to talk to about anything at all not related to the temple?
I go really up close to Sammy. Are you saying there would be a time? That would be hella awkward for me.
When you're not here, you wouldn't know.
Oh, I'd know. I'd know.
Jesus Christ, we're turning into that kind of campaign.
Turkeys, Mom.
We're about to get some PvP going on here in a minute.
They're just gonna fuck his mom.
But far from be it from me to deny a dying man his last request. I just figured you might want to avoid that and seek out.
Should we start making the stepdaddy comment?
There's a lot of other people, and maybe we can use some magic to get them over here. I'm sure they could. I could think of some people that could use the release too, maybe in these trying times.
You know, let's
I'm glad I'm asleep for
not
this.
worry about that, and let's just worry about moving on to the next step. How about that?
We don't have to make it awkward, and she changes her perception with an illusion spell that every employee of Teneth has access to.
It's already awkward. Already awkward.
You were the one that offered it.
Well, there's lots of other wonderful people here.
Your mom said there's nobody else here, so it's just
Right now, but I mean, it's early in the day. We can send for someone. I'm sure they'd.
But I mean,
Like to
this
pick up the
being
work.
lockdown might be hard to get. I don't know why I'm entertaining this.
Riker is just looking for a way out of this. Like looking like awkwardly left to right, trying to find something.
What about the Teneth's owner? She's got to be here. I don't know if she would.
Let me pull up my notes. I want to say her last name starts with a C, but
Yeah, it's Cormyr or something, right?
Yeah.
Isn't she one of the Cormyrils?
uh-huh. Where is Suzail? It is in
Gailey's. Oh, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Gailey's Cormyr.
Why? Oh, there's Suzail, capital city. Type it real quick for me, because I'm fucking being a goober and I can't find it in my notes. Teneth. Yeah, I suppose that would be Gailey's. Either way, as you make mention of her name, she's at one of her larger estates. This is just a business to her. She doesn't live here. Sure, her office is very lavish and has a spare bed should she need it for any reason. But she's not here. It's just me.
Wow, so we have the whole place to ourselves?
As long as you need. Would you like me to draw baths?
Yeah. You guys want to take that same bath we had last time, or do you want individual?
I think I'll take a separate bath. Thank you very much.
Very well.
It's one. I turn them all on at once, so they're all interworking the magic that goes into it. So there's no additional trouble to me. Perk, you know where all the towels and things are, and the fuzzy robes. You gotta have the fuzzy robes, but I'll go get those, and if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, like I said, we'll just write it off as an pandemic expense. I'm sure the Crown will be giving out credits or something to businesses that struggled during this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe
Yeah.
like one $1,200 check, like 6 months in or something.
Maybe they'll even call it a stimmy or something. Anyway, she
I should get more follows with all this meta knowledge.
yeah.
Arsis is sleeping, and she probably looks younger than she has in a long time. Like she's actually looking closer to her actual age. How relaxed she is.
The bags under the eyes have slowly dissipated.
Well, she's just like out cold, and she just looks vulnerable and younger than her
Cherub-like.
than she has.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can see that.
she finally feels like safe and relaxed a little.
Inside of the castle with the crown didn't do it. Inside Teneth's.
It's very lavish here.
Alrighty. Are the tensions still high about Herc's mom?
Tensions are pretty high right now.
I'm gonna set different baths. I'm gonna make one and tell everybody about it. Like I'm gonna make one a lavender, Another like mostly eucalyptus. I'm gonna do a citrus one just because we have all the baths, and might as well like get some variety going. And
Yeah. For sure.
Are you allowed to go between them?
I mean, I don't see why not. I've never done it before, but we have the whole place to ourselves. So yes, we can. We can. Nobody
Okay.
can stop us.
Power's going to Herc's head.
It's like at the soda fountain when you mix all the sodas together.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's that kind of
ends up smelling / tasting bad, but it was really fun. To
No,
do
that's the
anyway.
thing. I'm not putting all the things that. Oh, we could do one with all the scents in it and see what happens there. And do we have a pool? Just like a swimming pool, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not one that you would be able to swim laps in, but of course,
Damn.
after you take a hot sauna or sit in a
Cold
hot tub, you
plunge.
need a cold plunge to
Yep.
Tighten everything up.
yeah,
Reset.
snap that skin back into shape.
Yeah. Okay.
Which one was the eucalyptus? I think I could use a little minty stinkiness.
Ooh, I was gonna start with the eucalyptus. No, you take it. You take it. You take it. I can make another one eucalyptus. All right, this one's Sammy's. Nobody permitted to enter.
Herc's
Can we
mom
have a
just peeks her
second
head
one,
around the
please?
corner. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sammy looks at Herc's mom.
No, we're
Um,
not going there.
Yeah, I think
Did
I'll
anybody
start
wake
with...
up Arsis for a bath, or is she
No,
still
I think-
snoozing?
Hey, Riker's too scared to. He doesn't want to disturb her
I
fast.
think
She
Rin
seems-
would probably give her like a gentle like shake, and if Arsis doesn't move, she ain't touching it again.
Roll like something like a strength check or something like that to see if I'll notice.
Yoink.
Oh, what is going on, music?
Yeah, I'll notice. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, pretty strong. She accidentally like really shoves it.
Is it time to go, or do we need to go?
We were just all going to take a bath. You can stay sleeping if you want, but I didn't want you to miss the chance of.
Okay.
You sure you don't want to just keep sleeping? I'm sorry.
No, I'm up. Oh, we're good. I'm sure Ardu could use a bath. He stinks a little, so we'll do that. And I'll get
Bring
up
in
and
the horse drag into the baths.
Yep. And he's just gonna play like a puppy in the pond. Y'all get splashed. Yeah. So I'll be quiet and withdrawn a little bit and sleepy, but I'll join for the baths.
Yes, it is very relaxing. Continuing with that common, very, very on topic, Rin. Very good one.
Thank you.
Yeah. So as you all settle in your respective baths, relaxing, sitting with your thoughts, is there anything anybody would like to do during this time, or would we like to fast forward a little bit?
Sammy would probably take a little time while he's in the
With
bath.
Eric's mom.
Yeesh. Sweet.
Rin starts
in lieu
to
of
get-
that, no. He'd probably be scratching some notes.
Rin
in
probably
his book.
starts to get a little
Hold on, just
I don't know.
one second.
Yeah.
Just Sammy, what were you saying? You were scratching some notes. What were
I'd
those
just be,
notes?
writing some notes out. Yeah.
Like notes to your parents or your parent, to friends. Who are you
Thanks,
scratching?
dick.
Who are you?
You're the one who brought up your dad murder.
You're the one who killed him.
Yeah, way to kill you killed your dad and you killed the mood.
Yeah, dude. What the
And
fuck?
God is reminding me that I killed my father. Fantastic. No, I'd probably write out some notes for the group, probably.
Oh, for the group. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Miss Rin, you were saying you'll probably
No,
do
you're
what?
good. I was jumping all over him. And not in the fun way. Rin probably starts like as she starts to like try to relax, like she almost gets like visibly anxious, and she just kind of like goes all the way into the pool. Like you could just see her like eyes and nose blowing bubbles.
Are you in a bath with anybody else, or is it just you? Because I know Sammy was just by himself. The rest of you, how did you pair up with your baths?
Yeah, are we like
I would have just
doing?
gone into the first one that was available. I don't think I would have cared if anybody was in there.
Yeah, maybe just some Arsis and Ardu time splashing around.
Well, there's
I would
like
say Riker's in the lavender bath.
there's smaller ones, and then like every few minutes we can switch. Every like half hour or so we can switch. But there are some group ones that we could. Maybe I could do a group one that has all the stuff in it.
Entire
Anyways,
fountain soda one.
Yeah.
Rin up to her nostrils in bath.
Ardu comes flashing in, knocks her over. Kidding.
It's fine. He can knock her over.
I think after about a half hour, Sammy would probably realize that sitting by himself in his own thoughts is probably
Super
not
healthy.
conducive to surviving, and would probably make his way to the group pool and see if and when other people showed up.
I think after
Hey!
yeah, I think after a few moments, everybody would probably end up congregating together.
Yeah.
And
makes-
we're back.
You know, there's. If it wasn't for Quintus and this group that's coming through Cormyr, probably wouldn't have ran into each other.
Yeah, the odds of that would have been pretty low.
And just sticking it out. I mean, I know that I ran into Arsis pretty quick. But then everything else after that.
I mean, yeah, it really all comes down to Thaddeus. Too, it's not just. Although, why did we? Well, we were delivering those axes, right?
Mm-hmm. Amongst
And there was
other
something
things.
fucked up about them, right?
Well, they were
They're
just
part of that
wrong.
cult.
Well,
They were for the
axes-
cult?
No, the axes were just they weren't labeled correctly as weapons. That's all.
Well, they were for the cult that Calliope and Quintus run.
I
It
think
had
I
symbol
remember
on it.
seeing, the tree that
Yep.
they used.
To be clear, the symbol that you saw, I don't believe those were the same crates. While you were in Weymouth and doing your investigation, you did stumble across, after talking to somebody, a delivery that had been made, but it wasn't your delivery. But a delivery of produce had been made.
For the sheep.
Yep, it was out. It was out by the sheep, and that did have the what do I say? The circle of the emissary of balance logo on it. and those were infected. But yeah, but for keeping records straight, at least, the provisions that you were carrying were never designated directly to the Emissary of Balance, but not to say that they couldn't have been used by them once they actually made it to Monroe.
Mhm.
All right. Miss Rin, you're correct. We're sorry. We misremembered. It's been so long.
It's okay.
So much has happened.
All that's happened.
3 weeks.
A year and a
What's
half.
happened in 3 weeks?
Anyways.
But just who would have thought? I mean, there was the woods where Arv was targeted. A pharaoh.
Oh yeah, fuck that place. If we get through this, we should go back there and take care of it.
Well,
That
I
place
mean,
was messed up.
I was going to try, but it's not
We
enough
did
time.
hurt them quite a bit.
Well, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them there. It would probably take a good sizable group to take care of them.
Take care of the what? The Ferrum?
No,
No,
the
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 Deadlock.
I
hunters.
hunt guys
Oh.
in Deadlock.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, okay, I gotcha. Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do after we take care of Quintus?
Gotta give my parents their freedom.
Yeah, that's a worthy cause. I think whoever's up for it. I mean, can't think of anyone more qualified after what we've been through. And I brought this up way back when we were first all bathing together, starting an adventuring group. With the Stalwart Adventurers Guild. I mean, we get this done, we do it right. I think we're already qualified, but we do this right, and everybody would be looking to hire us to do all sorts of things.
I did
That-
adventuring.
That honestly sounds like a good idea. I would give me a good opportunity to get out and work on some new inventions.
Yeah.
I would just have to hope that Mortimer could take care of himself while I'm gone, but he's capable.
He's been doing it so far, hasn't he?
Barely, but he's doing the best he can.
Well, maybe you
He
find
needs
him
an
an
assistant.
assistant
Maybe,
that you trust.
yes. Maybe we could find him another you. Now that could be a challenge.
Maybe Arv not being for the role that might be his father's.
I don't know about that one.
Just saying.
Yeah, I
could
don't see Mortimer and Arv getting along really well together.
Well, you did miss your wizarding exam, didn't you?
No, I failed the exam actually.
So maybe this would be an opportunity for him.
I'm sure we can find a candidate somewhere. Maybe an Arabelle.
Deliver the
Ah.
pen.
Arabelle. Arabelle.
Anyways,
It's the most beautiful place in the world.
I mean, you named a sandwich after it. It must be.
Yes. Well, so I guess that's our plan, Sammy. But of course, we're also going to try to get you free of that cursed artifact. Count on it.
Well,
What do you guys think of the shoes I got?
They're pretty cool.
They're nice.
are you talking about the boots?
Yeah?
Okay,
You
just
guys think
checking. Just checking.
I
they
know
are
you rolled very
nice.
low, but Rin is being honest.
I guess, but you can walk up a wall with the shoes you got.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just
Nice.
thinking maybe I could get that headband of intellect, and then I could understand what it's like to be like Rika. And then we could put our heads together and find a candidate, and I could probably figure out how to free Sammy from the artifact.
look.
Can you imagine?
So I just want to make sure. Like, I didn't tell them anything else, did I?
About what? You just told them that
About-
you were gonna die in 9 days.
Yeah.
that your
there's
soul would
no
be-
way to end it. Like, we can't just resurrect you.
But I'm talking about the time warp thing. That somehow I feel.
Oh
something
no, you have
different.
not. You have not.
Yeah. Look.
I'm pretty sure I just texted that to you.
All we know is that you were gonna die in 9 days, and that we can't.
You're gonna end up like Ned.
Look. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but I don't think that I'm gonna wind up like Ned.
I thought that's what you said. That you would wind up like Ned.
You remember that disturbance that we all felt?
The hiccup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where we thought we were back at the fountain.
I mean, we
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Something changed, and I can't describe it. Like,
Is it a good change or a bad change?
no, I mean it's. Well, the good thing is I don't think that I'm going to be trapped in that nethery city for all of eternity. But I think that whatever Arv and Ganderhast was doing, I feel released, sort of. I still feel like an icy hand up my back. Just crawling up but I don't think that it's gonna drag me back anymore. I think that whatever Arv and Ganderhast did, they got the attention of the artifact, and it was stupid. I think they couldn't deal with it either.
So, are you saying that you're not going to die in 8 days
No,
now?
no. I think. No, I know. Should have never messed with it. Should have never messed with her.
No, you're not going to die, or no, you are going to die.
I'm still gonna die.
But now we could resurrect
From the
you.
artifact innate.
I don't know. I don't think. I don't know what to think.
Should we go to the
think it's-
castle and figure out what happened with the thing?
I mean, I think going to the castle and talking to Arv and Ganderhast to see what they did, and
Is a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
but I just
All right.
I don't mind going to the castle, but I'd rather not talk to Arv. I'm still a little salty with him.
I don't think we have to talk to Arv. I don't even think he's. They wouldn't let him.
I think our
Didn't one of y'all
conversation.
mention some sort of prisoner of the castle that was a little bit of a interest?
Yes, that suspicious customer, but I don't think we can. There's not much we can do about that.
I mean,
Well,
if we
maybe
talk
I
to
can go try
Ganderhast-
talking to him while you all talk to Ganderhast.
Oh. Now that's an idea.
But Captain Who's It What's It already knows that we're kind of interested. It'll be tough to find a way to get over to it.
You know, might get distracted by a dragon.
we could try.
Aren't they familiar with your dragon now, too?
I don't know if everyone is.
In its current form, maybe, but she could probably change it around a little bit.
I can tell you what type of color dragon he is.
Well, either way, I think if we can talk to Ganderhast and see what he did, that might it could possibly help us. Or Sammy.
Yeah.
The more
Can you
information we have, the better.
Can you turn your dragon purple?
No.
Dang. It's the
It's a
rarest
blue.
color.
Well, I mean, we could sit here and soak up the water a little bit more and prune our toes a little bit longer. Or we can get out there and figure things out.
Take a deep breath. I don't even know what that smells like, but it's good.
I mean, maybe we could,
This is the honeydew baths that we're in right now. That's what
No,
you're
this
smelling.
this is I put everything in here, Arsus. Honeydew? Aren't you a ranger? You must be overwhelmed with how many scents I put in here. Even Arsus Brightwind can't pick out all the scents that are in here. Honeydew.
It's mostly just
hmm?
honeydew. So much honeydew.
I think you might have went extra on the honeydew. And
I put an equal
Sammy's
amount
gonna
of
pull
every
himself out of the
scent
pool
in
and-
here.
put on one of those fuzzy robes.
All right, I got to do my laps though, and then we can go.
your laps?
Yes, in the pool. Oh wait, we can't do laps in the pool.
You can try.
It's
you can
against
certainly
the
try,
rules.
but it's not.
It's
It's
against the
definitely
rules.
not.
It's
of-
pretty shallow. They don't like.
Yeah, but who's here
It's
to
like 8
enforce the
feet
rules?
long. It's like one stroke, and then you go back, and that's another stroke, and you just keep hitting everybody as you go back and forth.
Yeah, it's more
Is
like
there any way? Could I fill it? Could I fill it up more, or is it just too shallow?
it's just not. It's not long enough. Like by the time you push off from one edge of the pool,
You've reached the other side.
Yeah.
yeah,
You can swim like laps in pretty shallow pools. Like 2 feet or less, and you can still swim a lap, but you know, you need length.
With these arms?
Well,
That
maybe
wingspan.
you're more able to do that thing that every child did in the shallow end of the pool, and just like your arms fully
Sit on your
extended
belly,
down
just-
and like just scuttle across the bottom with your head just barely above the water,
We really need a pool.
like an alligator style.
yeah.
Well, at least I'm gonna plunge.
Yeah, of course.
Rin would follow him to the cold plunge.
Okay.
Riker, come on. Oh, so
Wait,
Sammy,
I
actually,
have
it would
to
do
go
us all
too?
good. We should all do it. We should have done it last time too.
I mean, if you insist, I suppose. Like slowly just gets out of the water and
It's gonna be like ripping off a bandage.
I toss Riker a fuzzy robe.
Enjoy that robe while you can.
Rin jumps all the way in, like submerging her head.
Arsa doesn't
Riker goes,
hesitate
like,
and
right
gets
up to the
in, but
edge.
doesn't jump in. Just doesn't bother her.
Riker goes like right up to the edge and he says, "Okay, 1, 2, 5," and just jumps right in.
Yes, that's the spirit.
Oh, no, this was a horrible idea. Bad idea.
It feels like that now, but just wait. You're gonna feel amazing.
I feel numb. That's
Yes.
It's worse.
It'll come back to you though.
Rin finally pops back up. Okay, Herc, are you
Breathe.
getting in or what?
Breathe. I need more space. Get out.
I'll get out.
I don't. Oh, I'm having trouble moving. My body's numb. Just slowly sombers off to the side.
Rin
Arsis is already out
backs
and getting
herself in the
dressed and dried
corner.
off.
Sorry.
Get robed.
Hold on. I heard what Arsa said. I didn't hear what Rin said. What'd you say?
Oh, Rin like is still in the pool. She's like visibly shaking, but she gets into the corner to wait for like she wants to see Herc get in that goddamn pool.
All right, you made space. How long are you gonna stay in there?
Until you get in.
What if I just stand here on the edge?
Well,
You're gonna stay?
yes,
All right.
but it's really cold.
Sammy tries to push
Yep.
Herc in.
You gotta rip off the band-aid, right?
Hold on. She
All
can,
right,
she can do
Herc.
this. She can do this.
You gotta make a dexterity or athletics check against Sammy's shove. You gotta beat an 18. Either an acrobatics or athletics.
A pretty good roll by Sammy right there.
And just to be clear, you don't have advantage on that.
I'm using my peerless strength. To...
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait, I'm not done. Level 7 Flash of Genius to Sammy. He gets a +4 towards a 22.
What do I get?
You get a
22.
+4 to that athletics check, so it's a 22 now.
A flash of genius.
You're
I
into the
love
water, Herc.
Into the water for Herc.
Alrighty.
Less than graceful, but into the cold plunge you go.
Give me an acrobatics. Let's see how you turn this shove and whether or not you can turn it into a graceful dive or whether or not it's a belly flop or back
Rin's
slap.
gonna bardic whatever number comes up. So add a d8.
Do I get any? Is it just athletics that I get advantage on? Where did it go? It always eludes me when I need it the most.
I think it's under
Features and traits. Usually is the easiest place to find
features
it.
and traits.
Okay, there we go. Oh, but it doesn't have like a. Oh, I do get advantage on that as well.
Did you get advantage on acrobatics?
Mhm.
Wow. Okay, and then a
Add a
D8.
D8.
Take your bardic.
17.
Okay.
She noticed she didn't stop you from falling in, but she just made sure you fell in gracefully.
Yeah.
She wants you to get in this pool.
As Sammy shoves Herc into the pool and he's not strong enough, he kind of goes with it and just kind of does one of these lay back and then turn and then dives into the pool. Very, very suave.
That was sneaky.
But I do.
Stay in, Ren. You're almost at the 2-minute mark.
If I stay in here any longer, I think I'm gonna be an icicle.
I'm gonna offer you a hand to get you out.
Just 1 second. Herc, when you get when you get out, can I talk to you for a minute?
Why can't you talk to me right here?
I'd like to just talk to you alone for a minute, if that's okay.
I mean, we can all leave. You could be alone in the cold ass pool.
No, I'd like to get dressed and warmed up. And Rin will finally take Arceus' hand. Ripping off bandages, right?
Okay. That was a good long time you were in there.
He's like shuddering.
I'm gonna be in here for 5 minutes.
I don't know if any of you caught it, but as he leaned in close, the purple of the background melded over the cup lid, the circular cup lid, and the straw poking out, and it perfectly aligned with where a purple orc nipple would be. And it made it perfect sense for being yes,
Undressed.
exactly. And it was.
I do love the fact that our group has almost no issues with nudities with each other at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you know, adults and whatnot, it happens.
Yeah.
And it's not, modern day necessarily.
Not at all. And we've traveled together for, weeks now. That we've all seen
We
each
draw
other.
the line at
Please,
each other's
I'm begging you to
mothers. Got
stop
it.
touching that nipple.
Okay.
And
Sammy takes his leave.
Sammy and Herc's mom.
Yep. Not gonna do that. Nope. Not crossing that line. Don't want that smoke.
She's really hot though.
He kills dads and fucks moms. Sammy.
Oh my god.
Hero of Cormyr.
Edifice.
Motto. That's your new motto. Just you have to take that.
Ren, put it in your song.
He'll kill
Sammy.
his dad and then he'll fuck your mom.
Okay.
Oh my lord. Alright.
Yeah, anyways, as the rest of you get out, put on your robes, get dried off and comfortable, Kirk, when time comes, I imagine you would also get out. Do you attempt to find
Do you want
Rin?
to roll to see if he lasts the entire 5 minutes?
Oh, was that his goal? You had
Yeah.
a 5-minute
He
goal?
said
I
5
don't know.
minutes.
I don't have to roll. It's easy.
If he
I think
says
you should
so.
make him roll, DM. It's very cold water.
It's one of those.
Do
it's
this all the time.
favorite terrain. He did
Oh.
it growing up. We'll give it to him. No, but do you seek out Miss Rin? And then Rin, I guess, where are you going?
Unless everyone else went back to the eating entertainment area, that's probably
The common
where she'd
area.
go. Yeah, she'd probably just find I'm assuming everyone else is trying to leave, and so probably getting dressed and going out to the lobby area.
Oh, because that was
Whereas
the
she would
last
probably go
conversation.
back towards where the stage and the bean bags are.
Okay. Herc.
I guess I'd start getting ready to go, and then as we're leaving, where's Rin?
She went back that way.
All right. I go look for Rin.
Alrighty.
Hi.
Hey, everything all right? You seem nervous.
Yeah, I guess, being at Teneth's and telling all these stories, it makes me think of the last time that we were all here. I wanted to tell you something then, but I held back, because, we had just resurrected Arceus, and it felt wrong to, I guess, overshadow that moment with,
That's right, we come to Teneth every time someone dies. Sorry.
But I guess holding that back, I found it, I guess, harder and harder to talk to you. I feel like it's easier with everyone else. But so I guess when we were when Arceus died, I saw something when you came and joined us at the Laughing Lass in your eyes, something that looked frustrated, pained. And then I saw it again when you brought me back to consciousness after the High Hunt. And then again when we met with those orcs.
And
I couldn't bring myself to say anything, and suddenly this music manifested in my mind, and it's been stuck there, and I thought I saw this thing in you, and I think now, I was probably wrong, and it's probably been wrong of me to even, I don't know, but I just need to get it out. I want to just be your friend the way that I'm friends with everyone else. And I think the only way I can do that is, I guess, if I free myself of what's been in my head. Would you let me do that? I know, I'm sorry, that was rambling. You don't have to.
No, You like me.
Yes.
I can tell. And, I don't know why that's hard for me to bear, but with everything that's been going on, it's been kind of crazy, and when I joined this group, I was leaving behind my friends at the arena and the relationships I formed there. And maybe I've been afraid too. And for all that we've gone through, I still don't feel like I know you all too well. There is a bond there, though. And I didn't want to spoil it or muck it up in some way. And I don't understand it. I mean, I get everybody liking me, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, of course, you're beautiful and amazing and so confident, and
So you wrote a song for me?
I did.
All right. I don't know if anybody's ever written me a song before.
Well, I guess I get to be the first. Do you mind if I?
And she like goes to pick up her lute.
Okay.
All right. Man, I can face down beholders and dragons and the like, but this is tough. All right.
I know this is somehow scarier than anything we've seen in the last 10 days.
Oh, ship, blip, sip.
Oh.
I paused it. Phew, you're lucky.
Okay.
Let me know when you strum them things.
She's gonna do it.
All right, friends. Okay. Resume.
Do we all? Oh, it's okay. It's not a live. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
That takes up. Yeah. Okay.
You might need to turn up your matchbox.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is hard to find. You make us want to be better. Maybe we start by being good. We can carry on. You try so hard to be strong, shouldering a weight greater than your own, straining from the work till it all falls down. If you let us take some, then we carry on. You try so hard to be liked, entertaining to make your fans delight. What if the room is silent and the memories come? Those who know will love you, and we can carry on. You don't have to be the hurricane hulking half-orc. You can just be Herc to me.
That was really good.
Thank you.
That was I love that.
Can we listen to it again?
I'll link it to you in Discord because I know the first little bit got cut off, and also because it was probably quiet at first.
Yeah.
But with that, for everybody to be able to process that in their own way, we're going to go ahead and take a quick pee break
Thank you. I've had to go for so
tensions,
long.
and we will be back in 5.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
That's absolutely.
And add the audio back. We are back.
Nice.
Works, Mom.
Given that,
Thanks.
just for those of you that aren't in the room with Herc and Rin, given that this establishment prides itself in privacy and not messing the ambiance between room to room, the baths remain baths and the lounge remains the lounge with no sense or sounds carrying over from one room to the next. Very curated. Unfortunately, no noise would have made itself or made its way outside of that room. So technically, you have not heard what took place in this room. Carry on.
Oh,
I'll.
yes.
Oh, are we already out of the room?
No.
Okay.
It's you guys are still there.
So after we, I'm assuming this conversation will occur outside of the room while they're
While we're
zombies
discussing,
going on.
we're having our emotional.
Hold,
Yes.
just one more
Yeah.
moment.
Can I react?
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah. Allow,
Please, yes.
I'd rather that.
yeah, allow them to do their thing, and
100%.
then we'll do the time loop, and you guys can have your conversation while that was going on.
Actually, you can go ahead. Saving the world is more important.
No,
No.
Herc,
Nope,
go ahead.
Nope. Your emotions are more important right in the moment. There you go.
I'll go up and I imagine it's kind of timid, and I'll take the guitar or the lute out of her hand and say that was very sweet, and I'll kind of help her up, and that was very sweet.
Thanks.
That thing you did with your voice.
I don't know where that came from. It just.
Illusion
I don't know.
magic.
Yeah. Something I can do now.
Wow. What was the part about the memories in the room all silent?
Yeah, I mean, I just thought about, how you might feel when people aren't clapping and excited, and it's just you with yourself. I just wanted you to know that when it is just you, we're all here.
I don't know what I'm feeling now, but I can't imagine not being the... Something about you saying that I don't have to be the half-orc hurricane. The hulking hunk. Ah. That was very moving.
Maybe I saw you better than I thought.
Maybe. It's kind of my deal, though, but I think it's a good thing.
I think that we can be many things.
Ooh.
You can be the half-orc hulking hurricane, but...
It's a half-orc hurricane, hulking hunk.
Hulking, yes, sorry.
Half-orc hurricane.
Yes, sorry.
I get it mixed up too sometimes.
But you can also, you don't have to be that. I guess.
Well, I have to be
all I
half-orc.
mean. Well, but... yes. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me do that. Maybe it was selfish, but I feel better.
Good. Yeah, I'm one for letting those things out. And I'm sorry you've had to hold that in this whole time when we've been fighting potentially life-ending thing after another.
Just never felt right, you know.
Yeah. I'll go in for a hug, I guess.
I think a hug's
Yes.
fair here.
Okay.
This all right?
Yeah. We can go back to the group now if
I'm feeling very shy and bashful right now, so it's about all you're gonna get out of me for the time being.
she like gives him a little squeeze and then gives his hand a little squeeze. Like,
Man.
It's okay if you just want to be quiet for a little while.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And she like goes to sit and like brings him with her if he wants to just sit for a minute.
I'll meet you over with the other people. I'm gonna go pray, I think, or if that's all right.
Absolutely. I'll catch you in a few.
The rest of you out in the lobby, about 10 minutes have passed. What are you doing?
So-
I mean, I guess during this time while they're back there doing whatever, what are you guys doing?
Just Riker is in his robes, still like shivering.
Sammy pulls his
It
shirt
wasn't
over.
that cold.
Speak for yourself.
Maybe you just need a little more meat on your bones. Here, and I'll give you some rations.
Just like his hand, like just shaking fully, just like gently grabs it, says thanks.
Riker, I've swam in streams colder than that. I swear.
Yeah, living very close to the mountains, the runoff creating streams and pools, very, very cold near Monroe. So Arsis is definitely less affected by the chillness of the cold plunge.
I'll use thaumaturgy to have the candles kind of flare a little bit, make them a little brighter, a little warmer in the area
Nice.
for him.
Thanks, that helps a lot. I've never done much swimming, but man, that was cold.
You're just lucky you didn't fall into that river when we were climbing the mountains.
Right?
Just put your clothes back on. You'll be fine. You'll warm up shortly.
Just like towel, like he's got the robe on, just like probably like a towel just wrapped around every exposed area.
So, Riker, while you're getting dressed, your orb. I mean, those are things that we see. Those are happening, right? That's not an embellishment or anything like that.
Yeah, what you see is what's happening in real time.
I've never gotten that thing to work for me.
You sometimes gotta turn it off and turn it back on again. It's weird.
So, I saw Quintus, and he turned into an abomination.
Well, he wouldn't be the first one.
Like, okay, what kind of abomination are we talking here?
He just got bigger and meaner looking and
More mushroom nut?
worse than what was his name? Marcellus or whatever his name was.
Oh, that's not
the
good.
yeah, from the description, he
Merrick.
oh, okay. I was wondering who you were talking about at first. Yeah, Merrick. When the transformation was described, it wasn't fully in detail, but from what you can remember, he grew in size in every way, shape, and form, side or like girth, a broadness across his chest and shoulders. But probably the most recognizable thing is that these fungal pads sprouting from the back and shoulder area, making it almost look like padded armor.
Mm-hmm. Just, I don't think what we dealt with before is going to be the same thing.
Yeah, probably not. But
And he's
I don't
got
think
this
it's nothing
blessing.
I don't think it's something we can't handle, if I'm being honest.
I mean, we did kill a beholder.
Yeah. And a dragon. I mean, it's probably gonna be tough, but
Hey guys, can we
I-
stop talking about killing the dragon?
oh, just like looks
We're
awkwardly
not
at
gonna
Ardu.
hurt Ardu.
No.
No, never.
As long as Ardu is true to you, then yeah. I mean, I have no intentions of causing any pain to it. Him, him, her, him, okay.
Them.
Them.
Surprised you've never asked.
But
Not that I know much about dragon physiology, but
regardless, I think no matter what, we're gonna have to take him on, regardless of the form he's in.
Yeah. All right, so Arv and Ganderhast figure out what's going there, then try to make the figure out how we can get back to
well,
the
Sammy,
tree and
why don't we let the others talk to Arv and Ganderhast and we go figure out what's going on elsewhere?
well, I mean, I kind of want to know what's going on, so maybe they saw something as well. I mean, for a moment, when I had the artifact, just there was so much that I saw and so much that I knew.
Guess I can't relate.
Well,
It's
it's up to you, Sammy, but you don't have to come with if you don't want.
Oh, I'm not going.
I want to talk.
That's
to them.
fair.
I want to see what. I want to know what they saw.
Well, I understand that. I just hope that what they saw can be helpful in some way. But I suppose we'll have to see.
Mm-hmm.
Anything more that you would like to say before we transition to Herc's prayer?
Yeah,
Okay.
not for me.
I'm good.
Herc, you find your way to. Do you go to pray as you said you did, or was it merely?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah.
There's got to be somewhere in the Teneths that there's like a statue of Suni, maybe like a really kind of private. You know, it is a business, but it's also a temple, and I imagine
Yeah.
there's like an inner area that's lot more sacred.
Yeah, absolutely. Ones that are restricted solely for the purpose of worship.
So I'll go there and just kind of sit with my feelings for a little bit. And I'll probably implore Suni for guidance and yeah, just like I guess guidance with how I'm feeling and what the song meant. And how to I mean, he's not the brightest bulb, but I think he feels like some conflict within himself about kind of being a paladin and trying to be an unimpeachable good force, and how somehow that feels at odds with accepting Rin's feelings. And that's just really confusing for him. And like how that feels scary for him. And he's a strong and fearless warrior, but when it comes to this stuff, it's rough. And he's also like very comfortable with sensuality and stuff like that. But like he's trying to do right by the people with him, and he doesn't know like how well he can manage that with this group.
Okay.
When Ren comes back, I'll look at her. You okay? You good?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Herc will just be here in a minute. He wanted to pray.
All right. I guess we've decided that whoever wants to go talk to Arv and Grant Gandahaz will go, and I'm gonna go do something else.
Okay. Do you want company for that? I don't mind whatever I do.
Sure, absolutely. We're gonna sneak into the dungeons and try to talk to the prisoner.
Okay. I'm not the sneakiest, but...
Well, I wish you good luck on that.
I mean, it's one of those things that if we can get more information, we get more information. If we don't, we don't. Kind of like a oops, I wandered in the wrong place sort of low risk adventure.
Well, I suppose when you put it like that, yeah, that makes sense.
Herc. In order for me to formulate a response as Suni, I need to know the inner workings. When you truly think about your inner self, are you like your personality, the fiber of your being, the performer, the hulking half-orc hurricane, is that the core of your identity, or is that your performance? Is that the mask that you put on to feel better out in society, feel I don't know, more easily accepted? How is that? Is that the core of your being, or is that your mask?
That is a fantastic question, John. I think that is the question. And I think he doesn't know. And I think that's what kind of scares him.
As you're kneeling in front of the statue of Suni, beautiful, immaculate, perfectly polished, the light glistening in from the stained glass window behind, cascading the red stained glass perfectly onto the hair, as if it was designed to be there. Your eyes closed and hands sweatily in your lap, imploring deep inside, petitioning out to the gods to help you. You feel a warm hand touch your shoulder. Do you keep your eyes closed?
I think I flinch a little bit.
Okay, you flinch, recoil from the touch, but eyes still closed, focusing on the question at hand. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
You feel the warmth from not only the hand, but a radiant warmth that seems to come from in front of you, in the direction of the statue, but also the stained glass window. No voice speaks at first, but as the hand lingers, a calmness consumes you. And then comes a voice that I will not do justice, but radiant, smooth as velvet.
It's like Magdalena Bay.
However you envision. My child, you carry more than just your arms and your armor. Herc, you carry hope. And that weight was not meant for just one pair of shoulders. You are strong and you are beautiful. But strength is not just your muscle or your might. Strength is staying kind, being gracious, especially in such a cruel world. It's choosing tenderness when recently you've suffered only pain. And it's allowing others to love you, even when you think you must earn it. no matter what persona you take on, stay true to the moment. Let them see you. Whether it's the hurricane, the hero, as long as you feel true to yourself in that moment, that will always be enough. You don't have to choose. They're all hurt. Don't let this burden don't let this burden weigh you down. Be free in knowing that you are perfect the way that you are, right now, in this moment. And you feel a gentle kiss on your cheek. Do you have any response? Or do you sit quietly with your thoughts?
Ooh. Ah. Um. I think he actually kind of recoils from the kiss and will kind of lash out and
You open your eyes.
yeah, and I'll say, you accept me even with the blood of Groomsh pumping through my veins?
And as you turn, and look, you see your mother. And she grabs your shoulders. You are more. And the voice changes ever so slightly. You are more than that. You will always be more than that.
I think he collapses maybe into her lap onto the ground and maybe starts crying.
And she will gently pet your head for a moment. How long do you want to spend in there so I know how long the others have to anxiously wait in the lobby and how much trouble they get into pillaging the random things? Be like, I'm going to steal this bar of soap.
I mean, we've already
Snack
stolen
for
the soap.
later.
It's too late.
I think a while.
Back for later.
Yeah.
Already taken the soap. That was the first thing to go.
Steal the
Fridays.
towels.
Add it
One
to
of
your
those
rations.
robes into my sack.
You know, I think somebody did that last time we were here too. Somebody's inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Riker, you were saying?
Oh, no, I was joking.
Okay. I think after 5 minutes of weeping in your mother's lap. She'll probably give you a tap.
If we want to
ahead.
continue this scene, there is something I think that he would eventually say. It's like, there is another nature in me. I feel it, and you say I'm more than this, but I am this, and I can't keep it quiet. I don't know if I can keep it.
She's going to stand. And as you're looking at her, probably gritted teeth, thinking about the anger welling potentially inside of you of the thought of Grumsh.
Yeah, I don't think I can look at her.
You will hear heavy breathing. Rapid. It sounds not like panic. It sounds like the more of the heavy, labored breathing of anger. The kind when your emotions get so unregulated that it becomes difficult to breathe, and you can hear her breathing, and all of a sudden you feel a sharp sting across your face.
Ooh.
She slaps you. Probably the first time you've ever been slapped by your mother. And I would imagine after being slapped, you would probably look at her. Or would you stay looking away?
No, I'd look at her.
And you can see tears running down her face as she is visibly upset, angry. You think that you're the only one that is capable of getting angry? You think the power of Grumsh gives you this strength of anger and fury? It is in everyone. It is how we control it. And her tone changes slightly, but still angered. Your father was able to suppress it. Your father was able to harness it when he needed to. It is a tool for you to use when you need it, when you need to be mad, when you need to make others afraid, when you need to protect. It is not something to be afraid of. It is something to use when you need it. And she calms. You have been raised loving and caring. And you have been loving and caring. Do not let that small portion of you consume you. Don't hide from it or shy away from it either. It is a tool for you to use, just as you use your performance. Use it when you need it most. Others aren't so lucky to have it. I'm sorry I hit you. But I needed you to know that you are not the only one capable of rage. Everyone
You think I'm a
is.
fool? I know I'm not the only one. If I slip, I slip, that's all it takes.
Then what? You're gonna hurt me? You're gonna hurt your friends? You wouldn't do that. You're not capable of doing that.
I don't know if I have that faith.
When this is all over, I love you, my sweet, sweet boy. But now that you're a man, have been a man for a few years now, you need to go spend some time with your father. I'm afraid the lesson that you're asking for right now, I'm not able to teach. But all that I will say is that your father never... Sure, Grumsh would get him into trouble from time to time. But it was not something that consumed him. And you shouldn't be worried about it consuming you. She gives you a pat on the shoulder. I love you, son. Stay safe. She turns and walks out the door.
He needs to go beat something up. So I think he'll go to some training room area or something like that. He probably has something left over there, some kind of training dummy.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that you're able to do that. The rest of you kind of getting uncomfortable, the amount of time, anxiety probably rolling through Rin's mind with the absence. But I'll say for the simplicity, after several more moments, Herc will eventually rejoin the group after having just bathed, now sweaty, kind of flushed.
Oh, you're all still here?
Well, we were waiting for you. What took you so long?
Oh, I thought you would have. Well, my bad.
Well, like it or not, I mean, we're still in this together.
Yeah. So we got a plan? What am I needed for?
Well, that's up to you. Looks like some of us are gonna go see Ganrahast. The
Yeah.
others are gonna try to go talk to that prisoner.
Oh. I don't know if I'd be good at the prisoner thing. So maybe I go talk to Ganrahast?
If that works for you.
Girls
And
to
what
the
do-
prisoner, boys to Gannerhast. Got it.
You
Okay.
two are going to go talk to the prisoner?
Yep.
And what are you hoping to get out of it? Him. Her.
Information.
It. Right. Okay then.
Alrighty. 5 of you set out from Teneth's, all heading. Those of you that are going after Ganrahast, what direction are you headed? Are you headed to the castle, or would you head
to Ganrahast?
Okay. Yeah. So, you would
Isn't
probably
he at the castle, guys?
No, technically he's not. He's at the Royal Magician's Tower, which is along the promenade, slightly disconnected
Riker would
from.
know.
Yeah, which Riker would know. And knowing, having all been in kind of the throne room when it happened, seeing Ganrahast and Arv walking out the back room, would have probably guessed that they were heading to the Royal Magician's Tower. Geez. Okay. Arsis, I
See,
need
sometimes
you.
you don't need to prepare your listen. You can just let us talk for like 3 hours.
No, yeah, you're. Yeah, that was wild. I was stressing out and made like 2 different battle maps this morning, and I stayed up way too late thinking about all the different things that could have happened, and we stayed in Teneth the entire time. Wow.
Each day.
Arsis, roll me a d20, and then Riker, roll me a d20, and whoever's highest will transition to that portion first.
Sure thing.
Pretty good.
Oh,
Even gooder.
The story wants Riker's first.
Okay. Heading to the Royal Magician's tower. It's a relatively short walk from here. Is there any conversation that would be had along the way, or you guys want to cut straight to
just
it?
as we're walking, Riker just turns to Sammy and say, "So, what kind of vision or message were you getting again?"
well, the big thing was that I just felt a disconnect. Yeah. Maybe they figured something out, maybe not. But
Well, they are the only ones with it,
maybe
so
they
it
gleaned
would
some other
make
information
sense.
somewhere.
Well, hopefully they made a discovery.
Hold on. Video. All right, hit me with that again. I'm so sorry.
Oh, just well, I hope that means that they actually found something out then.
I hope so. Yeah, it was foolish of me to use the artifact, but maybe
It really was, but we can't do anything about it now, other than try to figure out how to fix you.
they found something too. So
As you get a little closer to the tower, you start to see a large group, robed figures congregating outside the tower.
Like next to like the front door.
Yeah. Directly in the. I guess they're not like at the front door, but as the front door leads out to the promenade, they are all congregated in the center of the promenade. But this is 100+ war wizards, all congregated in the center of the large street.
Okay. Riker will just go up to the first one he sees and says, excuse me, sir or madam, is everything okay here?"
They respond, "We're taking volunteers
For
a great sacrifice that is needed."
Could you be a little more specific, please?
You're
Spit it
probably
out, man.
you're probably the only one that would be able to get away with asking this with your
I know.
with your
Yeah.
status. The amount of power that needs to be harnessed to undo the hell that's wrought our lands is too great for any one person. Ganrahas has devised a strategy and is drawing up a circle now that would allow multiple people to contribute to the ritual. But the odds of survival are grim. In their testing earlier, one of the lesser mages succumbed to the energy.
What do you mean succumbed to the to the energy?
The experimentation room is now covered in a fine mist of blood.
So
They combusted.
Does that mean all of you here are volunteering?
The ones that are here, yes, we are volunteering, which is more than is needed, I would hope. But the circle can only be so big. And so
how do they choose?
We're discussing it now.
Where's Ganderhast and Arv now?
We are awaiting them to come down.
Is Arv really part of all this? I thought he was just retrieving it. Is he trying to use it himself? He doesn't. Sorry.
Can we speak to Ganderhast?
We were the ones to initially retrieve the echo. We have experience with it.
The royal magician's quarters are not off limits to anyone. Anyone can go visit. I would implore you to not take too much time. Yes, they're 10th floor of the tower.
I look at Riker and like,
yep.
And we're gonna push right past whatever minion this might be, and make our way up to Ganderhast himself.
Push past the nerds, get right to Ganderhast.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck nerds.
All right. Not to leave the other two out and to leave a little bit of tension for the next session. As you are all climbing the 10 flights of circular stone stairs heading up the entirety of the tower, the two ladies have made it into the castle and are looking to head down into the dungeon. You encounter two guards outside of the archway in which you exited when you first got to the castle, headed to the throne room, but you know leads back towards the dungeon. And as you approach, they give you pause. No one's permitted behind this door, or behind this archway, I suppose. It's not really. Anyways, you're not permitted.
Oh, sorry, we got turned around. We'll go the other way. We're just looking for our quarters.
Yes. Back that way, up the stairs to the left.
Thank you kindly.
And I mean, while we're looking, what is behind those doors?
The archway. Yes. Well, there's the teleportation room, which you all came through. And then we keep some of the more dangerous prisoners down there in the royal dungeons.
Oh, like who?
The majority of the time they stay empty. We have a rather large prison here that houses the majority of our criminals, but every now and then when we feel that one is a special threat that needs interrogation under more secrecy, we put them there. So I'm
Oh,
afraid.
do you have anybody now?
Anyone new?
I'm afraid that's a need to know basis. And I can't tell you that.
Oh, so you don't know. Okay. It's okay, Miss Rin. Surely they would let us know if anybody really dangerous was down here. Because, the more people
Because
you
you're
let
just.
know.
Because why? Why do you need to be down there?
I didn't say that we did. We were just curious so we could keep an eye out in case somebody escaped or run away. We are the Queen's, mercenaries.
That's cute. To think that we would allow a prisoner to escape on our watch?
Well, it's not a matter of allowance.
What are you implying?
I'm just saying that sometimes things happen.
I mean, we're all only human. Human adjacent.
Somehow I don't think anybody's escaping.
That's good to know. I'll sleep better tonight. Knowing that what's your name?
Why? Are you going to report me to the Queen?
Why? You're just doing your job. I was just curious what your name was.
The only people that ever ask for a guard's name have other ideas.
I don't know what you would be talking about.
That sounds nefarious, sir. You're doing a great job. I was just curious of what your name was. I apologize. I was taught manners where I'm from. I'm Arsis. This is my big sister, Miss Rin.
Hello.
Again, we just got turned around. We didn't mean to bother you. I'm sorry.
You come here asking very pointed questions when you think that you are only looking for your quarters.
Well, we heard rumors and we were curious, of course.
It's a drafty castle.
Right. Again, we're not trying to interfere with your job at all. Apologize that we came across that way. So this entire time, I do have Ardu around the corner. He
Okay.
hasn't followed us into the thing, so they can't see him.
Okay.
But just as a heads up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. He looks to the other guard next to him. My name's Aelric. Ale, like the thing you drink, and then Rick. Anyways. I don't like giving it.
Mr. Elric.
Sure. Anyways, we do have a prisoner that came in. He's infected, though. You can't go see him.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Why is he here and not with the other infected?
Because he seems to. I don't know. I don't get told these things. I try to put up a big front that I know everything, but I don't.
he
Sorry
seems
you
to
saw
be
through my
I know that
ruse.
you might not necessarily know the details, but he seems to what, like, not act infected or be more coherent?
Something like that, mumbling, rambling, saying things, but a attack on the Horn Gate and talking about other nefarious things. Just spitting out ramblings. Madman.
I mean, there was an attack on the Horn Gate this morning.
When isn't there an attack on the Horn Gate? There have been for
I
3 days
suppose.
now.
Are they getting worse? I mean, we're immediately back in town. We've only been here like a day or so, and we were part of the last attack. And I was wondering if I know that a lot of the guards getting really depleted and injured, but do you think the attacks are getting more frequent or more brutal?
They tend to happen every day at dawn. Don't know why. It's like clockwork, even. Hear the morning bells. Hear the alarm bells.
If you
Well,
don't mind, I'm just so curious. I suggest you let us through. And she casts suggestion.
Okay.
there are 2 gates. Are you upcast? Can you
Oh,
upcast
you can
suggestion?
only cast suggestion at 2nd level.
Well, you can cast it at higher level. Just doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't let me.
Uh,
Suggestion
it's
doesn't show
probably
up on higher levels.
Okay.
You
This
should
is a
always be
wisdom
able to
save.
use higher level spell slots. Yeah.
Okay. Even with a +2,
Jesus.
he does not succeed. Casting it on Aelric. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't see why not. And he looks to the other guard. I'm gonna escort them down there. If they're the Queen's mercenaries, maybe they'll be able to figure out something that we haven't. And he casually escorts you down to the dungeon. And we will resume there
I'll
next time.
whistle. Ardo will come running, and I hope the other guard shits himself.
Yeah, he shits himself.
Red
But
dragon
does he
comes
shit on the
bounding up.
floor?